I moved to Nelson in 2016, which I soon came to notice was a predominantly Caucasian town. I grew up in a suburb just outside Toronto, in a mecca of cultural diversity. I found Nelson a bit hard to adjust to at first. Toronto was full of people from all corners of the world. Being in Toronto, I felt a sense of pride for Canada's multiculturalism, a country made up of immigrants seeking a better life. My parents found refuge here from the Vietnam War. But culture took on a whole new meaning here, which wasn't a bad thing, just different. I wanted to seek out others and hear about their experience living as an Asian in Nelson.
I pretty much grew up here. My mom's from Japan and my dad is from Scotland, and my mom is full Japanese and my dad is white. I'm honestly more Canadian than Japanese, I feel like. But I'm still proud of that, my ethnicity. I feel like since there's so much diversity, I kind of just fit in. I don't even think about my ethnicity too much that often. I'm just me. I don't usually get stereotyped, but I have been in the past. You eat dog and stuff like that. I don't really feel like Nelson is racist, that racist, but I think there are some racist undertones here.
I grew up in Nelson. I definitely wish that there was more diversity in Nelson. Yeah, I think I only have one friend that's not a sibling in Nelson that's Japanese. I try to immerse myself in Japanese culture as much as possible because since my mom passed away, we just don't have that connection with it anymore. Growing up, I've been made fun of for being Japanese. The whole, my dad is Japanese. My dad is Japanese, my mom is Chinese, and I'm messed up. But then, becoming older, I feel like I'm being kind of mocked for not being Japanese enough. It's super in between, and there's really, there's nowhere to go. Everything is very fusion-y in Nelson, like restaurants that are, Japanese or Vietnamese. It's not accurate, it's not traditional. They want, something, healthy incorporated with it. They charge more for lesser authenticity.
So I'm full Canadian who has Swedish and Irish and Japanese and Chinese bloodlines. I do take account that I am Asian, but I don't really see myself as any different from anyone else around the community. I moved here about a year and a half ago from Calgary, Alberta. Junior high school, I used to be part of this little group. We called it the Asian Alliance because we were such a small group of us. We'd hang out and go to each other's houses and just kind of be within the culture still. I find that here not a whole lot of people are aware of the culture, which is completely fair. I do miss those get-togethers where you'd get around and eat wonton soup and fried rice and all that stuff and just have a great time just eating delicious Asian food.
I'm from Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, and I moved here a year ago. I identify myself as a Vietnamese person. I'm going to school here. I plan to get a degree in biochemistry. Sometimes I miss Vietnam. I miss the language, and I miss being able to speak Vietnamese to people, and I miss my family and the food. I've never experienced really obvious racism, but sometimes they hear my accent, and sometimes they see that maybe I'm not from here, so they usually speak a lot slower and they use a lot of hand gestures for me. And even at work, when they ask me a question and I give them an answer, they wouldn't believe me, and so they ask my co-workers only to get the exact same answer. Yeah, so that is the minor problems, but most of the time people have been really nice to me.
My
family is Canadian. I was adopted when I was 2 from Guangdong province in China. I don't really feel stereotyped here because I feel like everyone around me has been super understanding about like my situation and being adopted, and I've kind of just grown up to feel like I've been Canadian and I don't know, just like them for my whole life. I haven't really like experienced racism, I'd say, like full on, but I have definitely experienced more just like jokes around my nationality and kind of more stereotypical. Like for instance at school they'd just be like, oh, ask Mia because she knows, she's smart, she's Chinese, just like stuff like that. Math jokes for sure. It's my mom who adopted me. Every year that marks my adoption day from China, she'll give me a different gift that represents something in China. For instance, she'll give me like a jade stone that says my name in Chinese. Because I've grown up here and I've been just included in all the activities around here, and it just feels like this is where I'm supposed to be, and that's probably why I was brought here.